Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the PokeGuardian Podcast. We are back again, yes, with another episode. And with me again is Julian from okJLUV. How are you doing, my friend?
Good, Zakariya. How are you? Thanks for having me again.
Thank you.
I'm liking this.
I'm doing fine as well. Thank you for that. And it has been a journey. It's been a journey that the past couple of weeks since our last podcast. And Prismatic Evolutions. People already saying a traumatic evolutions. Uh, Yeah, what is your opinion about this so far? Just an open question. Prismatic Evolutions release.
Oh man. Well, yeah, it's released. It's here,
It's
so
here.
the speculation can stop. We've seen the impact it's had, and it's been, you could say predictable to an extent, but then there's been some unpredictable components to it too. It's been
Yeah.
crazy. It's definitely been crazy. We haven't seen this kind of insanity and energy since 2021, really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it everywhere, right? Into toys that right now the biggest retailer for Pokemon cards, it's now increased the prices for the Prismatic Evolutions.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of 2021. So when they released Fusion Strike, the retail price is €5.99. They increased it by €1, so €6.99.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
reminds me of that time. So yes, it is chaos, and you can see it everywhere. People lining up to get Prismatic Evolutions.
Yeah.
But
Not just that, even the overall effect that it's had as well on other
yeah,
sets, on other stores, and the way people are consuming Pokemon now. I'm sure you've seen
yeah.
all the videos in America, those fights that have broken out at Costco. It's just something else at the moment. There's something in the air, man. It's really crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny because I see a lot of people now last minute panicking, trying to
Yeah.
get the set. But honestly, here in my country, at the biggest retailer, I could just pre-order it mid-December. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
mid-December, I just pre-ordered ETB text stickers and a poster collection. I could even get more, but now people are panicking. Why? Is this?
Yeah.
Do you truly care about the set? Right. So if you truly, it's my opinion, right? If you really cared about the set, you would have likely called up stores or pre-ordered at different bigger retailers. But now
Yeah.
everyone, even locally here, people just, let me just visit this store, right? At release day. Why? Why do you
Yeah.
need to do that? Right?
It's
If you are expecting to open a set, why are you going it people are like driving, for example, America, 8 hours every
yeah.
store, wasting your precious fuel, money, time. For one month ago, you could just pre-order it at retailers.
It really does depend though. Like, and it's snowballed since mid-December too. Like when I say it depends, it really depends on where you are in the world. Because
Yeah,
like here in
correct.
Australia, it was like actually quite difficult. If I don't want to say quite difficult, but I will say that our major retailer EB Games had
Mm,
their pre-orders open, but
yeah,
they definitely closed relatively quickly once they went up, and then slowly, each LGS that did list of a pre-order,
mm,
they had purchase limits, which was good, but again, they just kind of disappeared at that retail price. But all of it is just snowballed, and I guess it's part of what we're going to talk about today in the
mm,
podcast. How much more is to come as well, not just what's happened, but
yeah.
what's to come, because it's only be the beginning of 2025 of this new period. So it only looks to get a little bit more intense as time goes on. But yeah, like, where to even start with Prismatic, dude? You opened up a little bit. I saw your videos recently.
Yeah, I opened two ETBs, the text sticker collection, all three,
Yeah.
and the poster collection, and that's enough for me. Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
feel that, man.
yeah, it's just last night I was just sitting in bed, thinking, right? Why do people really enjoy this? I doubt it. It is just like people want the thing they can't have, right?
Yeah.
Exclusivity factor, it just plays in there. And I am just here, the collector, just, hey, can I get a shot on any of the evolution special arts? And it's what people ultimately want, of course. They can post on social media. But I'm just here sitting. No, how will I collect Umbreon special art?
Yeah.
And mind you, for those people that are listening in, for or don't know me, I collect Espeon and Umbreon cards since 2017. I collected all of the in Japanese and English as well. I collected almost all of them except for the Gold Star and like the fan club promo from Japan, the Espeon and Umbreon Prime. Those were very hard to get promos. More than that, I have it nearly completed. And then there's this Umbreon EX special illustration rare that's coming. I ordered the Japanese one for 35,000 yen 2 weeks ago. So that
Yeah.
is in the mail next week. And that is also a price that I was very hesitant on. But now it's 60,000 yen in 1+ week. Yeah, if you are an Umbreon so if you're an Umbreon collector, you are cursed. I think
I
that's,
I gotta ask,
yeah.
what's the price? Because I don't keep up to date with the price of that the Japanese Umbreon promo.
Hmm.
What's the last price you saw it at?
The one from Trust Festival, you mean?
No. The Japanese Play promo, the Gold Star.
Oh, man. No. I've that's like a mythical item. No, I think it's up in the tens of thousands. It's at this stage is
Man,
unobtainable.
you're almost better off just writing off
Yeah,
the
that's
Umbreon EX. No. You set your
yeah,
sights on the Gold Star, dude. Forget the Umbreon EX from Prismatic, man.
yeah,
That'll come around. That'll come around.
yeah, absolutely. No, so I only need. Do want to collect the English one eventually. That is
Mm.
still relatively, obtainable, but still like what's it called 2-3K plus for a
Well, I
decent
mean, like
condition.
we did see that TPCi announced that reprint a
Yeah,
couple of days before Prismatic officially released. So I wouldn't pay too much mind to the prices now,
absolutely.
and we know that. So
I'm really waiting off the reprint before I go bananas on these cards, and that is the best thing. Now with the Retro Festival, I waited 1 full month before
yeah,
prices stabilized on the market. Now I've just purchased all the things what I needed. Only lack now the Master Ball Umbreon, which I am likely gonna get next month or this month, and Espeon special art rare. That is really it. Then I'm finished with the rest of the festival. All the worries have now, focused on Prismatic Evolutions. How
yeah.
that set
What
will work out.
what do you think that impact's going to have overall, Zakariya? Because
Mhm.
I got asked that question a couple days ago during a
Yeah,
stream,
yeah,
and actually, I think even before the reprint got announced, I was talking a little about what impact a reprint would have on Prismatic as a whole.
yeah.
And the answer I gave was that unless it's like a steady flow and it's like consistently, coming up in stores,
Mhm.
it's like consistently going onto shelves, I don't think it's going to have a major impact especially if it's like just like one big drop and then
Yeah.
that's it. What do you think?
I think Prismatic Evolutions now is the flavor of the month right now. I think it just, I want to say it ignited something, and indeed that will. I think the hype will last until like spring at least. You know, then we have Journey Together to worry about, because that is setting off a lot of people in many good or bad ways.
Mm,
How will this last? I think people, the collectors that will stay here, will see, hey, the set is not a good set. Other than that, they will just see, okay, this is just a money object, right? Trust
yeah.
no Prismatic Evolutions. W- let's move on to Journey Together, and everyone wants Journey Together. And by then, hopefully, things will get better. But I don't think things will, realistically speaking, until March. I don't think things will get better. Maybe during the summer when things have been reprinted, because I
Yeah.
do expect more. Again, there's products of Prismatic Evolutions coming up until the end of December. No, sorry, September, with the Ultra Premium collection or something like that. But other than that, I don't. Yeah. Let's wait off the reprints. I don't want to give estimates or predictions.
Yeah.
I think by December things may get toned down. But we will see. Because there's the Legends CA game coming up, and I think
Yeah.
that may, when the sets are revealed of those video games, because that's always a thing, right? Thematically, maybe that will decrease the hype a little bit. Because look at the ancient and future Pokemon. That's also like putting off for many people. Again, there's not like these kind of Pokemon on there.
Yeah.
Pikachu or Espeon or Umbreon. I think let's wait it off. But I think up until
Yeah.
April or June, yeah, it will be mayhem.
I think the set overall is like a little bit of a turn off as well for like some collectors. Like for me,
Yeah,
at least when I was opening it, I opened up on stream yesterday. I think I opened up about 25, 30 packs,
yeah.
which I felt was like a decent amount.
Booster box.
Yeah, pretty much close to a booster box.
Yeah,
Yeah, but more expensive, not because of market price, because
yeah,
they're brat. The average price here is like what, $9-11 per pack. That's in Australia.
yeah.
But yeah, I think like the general vibe I got from people watching who are like avid collectors too is that the set is like kind of boring and like
Mm,
punishing beyond like a fun level. Because like we've seen the videos, you've seen a lot of the discourse online.
yeah.
It's difficult to find those evolutions, those SARs or the SIRs, sorry,
Mm,
in English. So like there's really little incentive to like keep opening it. And I feel like people are gonna get burned now and like kind of be turned off by the set. I don't want to go as far as to say like turned off Pokemon entirely because of it, but it almost feels like a bit of a mishandling. I'm not
yeah.
as excited, but maybe like, and again, I spoke about this in the last couple of podcasts. Like maybe we're like the minority now, where we kind of get the fatigue. Whereas these new collectors and this new wave of people that have come in because of Surging Sparks, Pocket, and
Mm,
all this hype around Prismatic. Not to mention a lot of big influencers, like big streamers, are talking about Pokemon again. Disguised Toast, XQC, they're going back to even like
okay,
OHNE Pixel. I usually say One Pixel. He's a Counter Strike streamer. Even like a Counter Strike streamer.
that's big.
Um, yeah, a lot of those people that are coming because of those influencers and creators don't feel the same way as us, so they'll push through it. It's
Mm.
just it's tough to read, man. Like it's a really tough one.
The thing is, you said it. I think the correct word, punishing, right? This set personally feels like a punishing to me, right?
Yeah,
Because when you put it in perspective, hey, you are a new collector, right? Coming into this space. What I started with in 2016, the first real packs that I want to say got really hooked onto was Generations.
yeah,
That was a special set, and with 4 or 5 packs, you would at least get something nice, like
yeah.
special. This, it wasn't special back then, but the full art Sylveon EX or whatever decorated card you had, it was in there for not too much.
Same
And
even with celebrations in English as well.
yes,
Like you were getting like at least there was 25 different
yeah,
of those promo cards, or those reprint 25th anniversary cards. It was just
yeah,
whether you were gonna get Blastoise, Venusaur, Pikachu, or Umbreon or Charizard.
correct.
That was a question. But here, like you said, like yeah, then you were getting something. Here, you're not even getting anything.
That this feels more like truly gambling,
Yep.
and yeah, I said the word gambling because indeed it gets advertised heavily. Not
Mm,
not a little, heavily on
mm.
evolutions. So you thinking, yes, you are getting a lot of evolutions, right? Like, hey, if I open EV Heroes, that set got like, except for
Yeah,
Gordy and Aroma Lady,
yeah,
you'll go home with at least an evolution, right?
yeah,
The V card.
yeah.
Here you get, sorry to say this, but I am not happy with. getting a regular card like this and call it an
Yeah.
evolution set. I,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want something indeed like that EX card. Of course, you would get the regular EX card, but hey, that's standard.
Mm.
Make it easy for me to get like a special art, and for those crazy collectors out there, then that pull rates of the special art Umbreon, or okay, then it's maybe a little bit justified, right? But let me walk home
Yeah.
with at least a special art. Yeah,
It's borderline like I don't want to come across there is something entitled like it's borderline insulting though with this set, especially when
yeah,
you're like your EX cards, right? When you're going to get an EX card
yeah.
and you're seeing Pikachu EX, Snorlax, Lucario, which
Mm.
is like beyond non-playable. You know, like these are like
Filler. Mm.
literal garbage cards. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. They are just they are um they're misses that are put in there intentionally to keep you on the line, to keep you hooked. It is
Yeah.
extremely like uninviting for a seat. I want to say like an experienced collector, but like for
Mm.
someone who's been doing this for a few years and has been involved opening anything from celebrations to Crown
Mhm.
Zenith, you know, those sets are relatively generous. I regret opening it, but I wanted to try. I wanted, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah. Take good
I
chances.
regretted opening it, but I wanted to try, and
Yeah.
I ultimately walked away feeling like I would have rather have spent that money buying, you know, 1, 2, or 3 cards that I wanted in my collection. I
Yeah.
would have been more. I would have felt more satisfied.
Yeah. To be fair, to give a little bit credit, not full credit, a little bit credit, you get a lot of trainers. So if you are a player, this set is
Mm.
not bad to get all the trainers because I got a lot. So
Yeah,
and at the least I'm happy with that, right? So as a player
I found at
myself.
least actually tested that, and
Yeah.
it felt like I was seeing roughly 4 to 6 playable cards. I'd say
Hmm.
Pokemon and trainers per pack, so it's decent.
Yeah.
It feels its need, but the counter to that, Zach, is that those cards that you are pulling are all reprints
Yeah.
from the last, you know, year and a
Yeah.
bit, of which there was a lot of supply. So a lot of those cards
True.
that you are pulling, they're like they should be anyway, you know, 20, 50, $1
Yeah.
cards at most. So
Correct. Yeah.
it's cope. That's cope. Sorry.
Yeah. 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 I'm coping. I saw
I know you're giving
another.
the benefit of the doubt.
So another question, right?
Yeah.
We are now talking about the pull rates and how bad it is, right? Should the PCI, the Pokemon Company International, break the trend of not having guarantees in a special set because Japan has a guaranteed hit in each booster box?
Mm.
TPCI doesn't have it and it's randomly. Should TPCI just break that trend? That's a difficult question, so take your time.
I would say, right, that a great way to approach this would be to refine the type of hits that you would find in a set.
Hmm.
So like a lot of these filler cards, like because even Terrestrial Festival has a lot of filler cards with some of those trainers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those full art trainer supporters. Remove those, increase the number of Pokemon that are getting special art rares or special illustration rares.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, you know, 1 ETB, you'll see one special illustration rare. And I
Mm-hmm.
think people would have a lot more fun. Beyond that, though, if you really wanted to like limit, because we all know that Umbreon is the chase of the set and the evolutions of the chase of the set.
Mm-hmm.
If you were TPCI and you really wanted to make sure that those cards were still like coveted and you wanted to have that hype, because obviously this stuff sells when there is this feeling like you can get it
Mm-hmm.
and you want to go again and buy another box, then provided they've done what I just said and increase the pool of like good, favorable special illustration rares, then tweak the hit rate or the pull rates or the number of printed evolutions. So like the overall pool of evolution SIRs reduces,
Mm-hmm.
but the rate at which you can find an SIR period
Yeah.
increases because you've guaranteed one, and there's more variety. I feel like that's a good happy medium, um,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it feels bad, you know.
Correct.
It doesn't feel fun And so
Yeah.
if it doesn't feel fun, why would you do it again? And that's the risk every single time like every time they release a product like this,
Mhm.
the customer will then ask that question of the next product in the future. That's a risk of TPCi, to take.
I think you've worded it very nicely, and I think the message of this all to TPC as well. If you are listening, Pokemon International, take this feedback of many people really
Yeah.
well, because this will, if you continue this trend, and to give TPCi a little slack, there are no archers in there, so again, naturally the pulls will be less. But compared to Evolving Skies, for example,
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's what I was thinking.
yes, that's a core. Like a core set, right? Not a special set. Those pull rates I expected more,
Yep.
with Evolving Skies rather than Prismatic Evolutions. And here I am with Evolving Skies. I may be the unicorn, but I opened like 2 booster box and didn't even open a booster box at the time. Like single packs, 3-pack blisters. Got all the VMAX cards except for Umbreon, of course. But I got but I pulled Rayquaza VMAX special art and I just sold it and bought Umbreon of that. And the other
Yeah.
evolutions I pulled myself, the VMAXs.
Mhm.
And here I am with 30 plus packs and got nothing. And
Yeah.
that is saying something. And yeah, take it as you will, TPCi, but if you continue this path, and there will be a time that Archers will go away. Hopefully not, but there will be a time like this. Make sure at least to give new people that are coming into this, uh, I want to say their hobby, make it a pleasurable experience, right? Because it all starts with that one special collection box.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hoping, they will pull something nice. But they will not, sorry, this set, they will get nothing.
Yeah.
So they'll see the YouTubers with this Umbreon on the thumbnail, and they will not get it. This like a myth,
Yeah.
like really mythical pull. And then they are left with just sourness and oh yeah, I wasted $30. Okay, yeah, let's not do that ever again.
Yep.
That is how you put new collectors off, in my
Yep.
opinion. If you do it the generations way, the celebrations way, oh, I got this this what's it called again? Classic
I don't know, like
collection.
Luxray. You
Yeah.
got Luxray. You got birthday Pikachu.
Yes.
You got
Yes.
something. You were like, okay,
Correct.
I know I'm gonna get something.
Yes.
Am I gonna get Charizard though? You know, that is the
Yes.
feeling. That's the
Yeah.
feeling that you had opening celebration. You
Yeah.
know that you should get something. It's just when
Correct.
you're gonna get the one that people were chasing.
Yes.
But this is like, I know I'm probably gonna get nothing, and if I get something, it's gonna be garbage. Most
Yeah.
likely, that's the feeling. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
set does have the Pokeballs and the Master Balls, and I get that there's like, you know, because I've changed my mind on those. I think when we first caught up, when I first, when we kind of like kickstarted
Mhm.
having just you and I on the podcast, we were talking about this, and I said, like, I don't like the trade off of art rares for Master Balls. They don't really do it for me. Then I saw one in hand, and I changed my mind. They're pretty cool, but like, are they cool
Mm.
enough to make
No,
up for the feeling? And they're not. Nah.
they are a nice third additional slot,
Yeah.
above Archers, right?
Yeah.
Complementary rarity, but it should never indeed replace the Archer or the character rare of the set. And again, luckily, Journey Together and Battle Partners will continue that trend.
Yeah.
So in that regard, we are saved. Um,
Yeah.
but for Prismatic Evolutions, I think to everyone, let's just forget about the set. And to everyone else, hey, if you enjoy it, good on you. I'm
Mm.
not going to judge you. But I think people that enjoy it are the people that pulled their chase card. Sorry to say this, or got the gold pack or something like that. Anything to be happy about.
Yeah.
But I think the set is even if I had pulled Umbreon, right, I would still critique the set because a lot of there's a lot of mayhem out there to obtain this product for the regular people, right, that are not pre-ordering. plus the pull rates are terrible, so you have no reason to open this at all. So in
Yeah.
that sense, this is literally just a money object. It's bulk waiting
Yeah.
to be opened or flipped. And that's how the majority, I can't speak of the majority, right? But I think that's what the majority just sees of prismatic
Yeah.
evolutions. And that's
Yeah.
why I call it dramatic evolutions. Yeah.
I caught a glimpse of myself and I look disheveled and very fatigued. And that's what this week has done to me. I look traumatized.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I'm not as tired as I look. Sorry. I caught a
Yeah.
glimpse and I'm like, man, I look like
Yeah.
I've been through the absolute wars
Yeah.
with this set. It's been a crazy week. Like it's honestly, it's been a crazy week though.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen this much activity in the Pokemon card space online for a long time.
Hmm.
You know, as a creator,
Yeah.
I've got the YouTube channel and Twitch, and like they're both in a bit of a boom at the moment, which is
Same
what you
here.
want to see.
Same
There's a
here.
lot of like you're saying, way more people coming. And sorry, I don't want to like talk too much about content and what we do, but you know, we're seeing it ourselves firsthand. Lots of new people coming in, lots of people asking questions, lots of people wanting to just be entertained. It's just it just feels like a bit of a mishandling. You know, they've done to their credit, their marketing, TPCi, they didn't really need to do much. Like the marketing kind of like took care of itself.
Point.
The hype took care of itself, you know, and it really, the word of mouth spread. They were sitting on a home run. All they had to do was just make sure that customers were going home satisfied. And that is where they tripped at the line, man. They
Yeah.
tripped at the line.
Unfortunate. I mean, I think they knew about the spool rates, you know, and
Who
maybe
made
not.
the decision? It's a terrible, it's
Yeah.
a objectively terrible decision. Like it's such a bad decision
Yeah. Again.
to click the button and say, make the pull rates like this. It's
Yeah.
I'm holding back. I was about to drop an F bomb, but you don't want to edit this one. I held it in.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a bad decision.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, we have to look forward. It happened. The reprint is they made. If you didn't know, I think you know. TPCi made a public announcement on those social media, official social media,
Yeah.
that they apologized for this situation, and there will be more product coming. So, if you are still on the fence of getting prismatic evolutions, yeah, maybe wait it out a little. If you can resist the urge, of not
Yeah.
of being not exclusive, other than that, yeah, I think that's the best summary for Prismatic Evolutions. Also, you can watch the full digital set list on PokeGuardian.com. So if you wanted, instead of the ETB booklet, we have the full TCG Live images online.
Yep.
If you wanted to see that, which is, in my opinion, gives a different perspective on the artwork. Yeah.
As for looking forward, we do have a new set coming. It's just whether it's going to be enough to right the wrongs in the eyes of collectors. Will they come back for more with Journey Together? It did get officially revealed in English or internationally since we last spoke. We did talk a bit about Battle Partners, the Japanese version, in that episode, but yeah, it's real. We knew it was real. We knew it was coming March sometime. What's the release date exactly, Zakariya?
Journey Together, I believe, was March 29. Let's have a look. I forgot
Sounds
as well.
about right. It's definitely like towards the back end of March.
Yeah. March 28, 2025.
28. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, like, look, I'm excited for it. I'm liking what we've seen so far. Obviously, Art Rare's coming back. Art Rare's coming back, is a great sign. Obviously it's like that extra pull or like that extra hit that you can get from the box beyond just the secret rares. We haven't seen too many new ones. We did get the full set reveal in Japanese yesterday. It's a Waylord. There's a Lycanroc. Rockruff got revealed since we last spoke as well.
But there's many sorts.
It's Articuno.
There's Articuno. There's even more trainers Pokemon as well, which are quite cool. Not as many as we expected. Marctus indeed. But there's not as much as we expected of the trainers Pokemon. But that was the prediction I think we made is indeed there will be. I would not be surprised if there will be not trainers Pokemon coming. And yes, it is indeed a set that is mixed with regular Pokemon, to be expected, right? But other than that, there's like Salamence EX, so
Yep.
non-trainers Pokemon, and I don't see. Hopefully, it will get a special out, but I don't see. I don't see it coming.
Yeah.
I think that's material for the next high class pack set in Japan. Who
Yeah.
knows? At the end of the year, and that should be the last of the generation, if I believe so, Scarlet and Violet. So, yeah. Other than that, Journey Together got paired with a lot of releases, the product releases, including a new type of product. It's called the Enhanced Booster Box.
Yep.
What that means, the Enhanced, you get I want to say a box stopper. That's the best description of Ants Reshiram from Journey Together. And to give you, to make a, it's not exclusive to every. No, wait. Let's put it this way: the promo itself is not a Black Star
What's the
promo.
promo? What's the promo?
The promo is an Ant-Reshiram art
Yep.
rare, illustration rare card. You can already see it in Japanese. It is the exact same artwork, but what it differs from is it just like this got a stamp with the set promo. Sorry,
Yep.
the set logo.
Yep.
And again, it's not a Black Star promo. It's just numbered from the set. It's just a stamp. And
Yep.
luckily for the collector out there, again, it's not excluded from Journey Together. Other than that, there's a lot of fuss about Enhanced Booster Box. First, it was released on Pokemon Center. So many people thought it would be Pokemon Center exclusive, but they never stated it was Pokemon Center exclusive. Okay, then the sell sheets came. You know, the sheets that distributors release to the stores to buy the product. Then again, America's always first. American stores saw this and said, "Hey, every single booster box will be enhanced because the enhanced booster box was replaced with the regular one, at least for the US sell sheet." So there was a lot of confusion there. Then UK store that I got in touch with said to me, "Hey, we don't see enhanced booster box." So that put some dirt and many yeah, that would that
Meanwhile, in Australia, we got none of it. You guys are
yeah.
going all over the place.
Yeah, it's insane. That caused a lot of confusion. Then let's give a nice clarification. Then I did some investigation. So at least in Europe, including the UK, that enhanced booster box is exclusively meant for play Pokemon retailers. So the ones that have a Pokemon League and a Pokemon store, running along with it, local game stores that run a Pokemon League. They have the
Yep.
option, at least in Europe, to get that enhanced booster box alongside with the regular one. So that's an option for them. And these are limited.
Yeah.
America, I believe most local game stores will have the same. I don't know about regular web shops that are no Pokemon League, but at least in Europe they are excluded from that. So I want to say it shouldn't be rare, and if you get the opportunity to get it
It
enhanced,
shouldn't, but it will be. Let's be serious.
yeah, people will seem it is exclusive,
Yeah.
and I think I see it as, hey, this is like the same as a regular store promotion. That's the way I see this upcoming promo of the enhanced booster box, and I will be surprised if it's like over $30. That would be really crazy because you get guaranteed in most booster boxes, and I wouldn't be surprised if there will be more of them in the future. But
I think the general rule, right? This is like just a word of warning moving into this year. If
yeah,
you're a new collector, if something has the potential to be exploited or controlled,
yeah,
it will be.
yeah.
Case in point, the Iono's Watch Roll promo from Battle Partners,
Oh yes.
the Japanese Pokemon Center exclusive. That is a very scarce. It's a tough promo to get. It's a promo you could only get pre-ordering the Pokemon Center Japan's website. A few, it does definitely has filtered out. I know a lot of US resellers have gotten their hands on some, whether they've gotten them directly from a distributor or from a middleman, and that middleman has gotten it from a distributor,
Hmm.
I don't know. Or whether they've paid for them, I don't know. But just expect anything that can be exploited or
Yeah.
controlled because it's hard to get or it's difficult to be controlled and exploited.
Yeah, that
Because
I
we've
think.
seen it. It's a tale
Yeah.
as told. It's a tale as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's a difficult one. It is really difficult. And we talked about this indeed. Try to set up your own Japanese address or something like that, of make friends in Japan or something
Yeah.
like that, you know. And should I get into this discussion as much? The thing is, right, people, and that's fair to them, right? If they don't want to engage with the local community, feel free. But the past like 5 years or so, or not even 8 years, I've been actively engaging with my own community, local community, and online as
Yeah.
well. And yes, I did not beg people to get products for a long time because, hey, I put in the merit of helping people, and they will help me in return. With my local game store as well that I run a Pokemon League with, they would get 5 ETBs of Prismatic Evolutions, and a friend of mine gets, offered, hey, do you need a booster, an ETB? Those kind of small things.
Yeah.
If you just engage into the hobby, you will see a lot of, you know path clear up obtaining products. And I remember a prime example of this is a Japanese friend I am friends with like nearly 10 years. He had a Japanese friend, a woman that needed some 25th anniversary Pokemon sneakers.
Mm.
How funny it sounds. She needed them. And I got it for her. I don't know her and I didn't care about it. Said, sure, I will get those sneakers for her as long as you pay again the shipping, because it's like 1 or 2 kilos. Okay, I got it for her. Didn't want anything in return. Then EV Heroes came.
Yeah.
And I told my friend, hey, is there a way to get the VMAX special set? The one with the Espeon VMAX, Jolteon, Flareon promo. He said, no, I can't get it. Then I came back later. Hey, the Japanese lady you helped getting the sneakers is offering you that VMAX special set just for, retail price, because I helped her. And she
Yeah.
didn't forget. And again, this is maybe like extreme example, but if you help people, yeah, if you engage into your local community, if you are not collecting privately as much, if you don't close the doors for people, you will see a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
As long as you are in your hobby.
It's I don't want to be doomer, but because like actually I was about to be doomer after you told that story,
Oh,
but I'm
sure.
not going to be
Go
doomer.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm not because like I think it's important that we talk about that and like reiterate that it is still possible to do that and like
Mm,
engage in this space at base level and still be able to get stuff at retail price or even sometimes below it because
mm,
let's
mm,
be serious, a lot of LGSs when Pokemon isn't booming are selling stuff for less than the typical shelf price. It's
mhm.
definitely still possible, and I feel like it's important to like emphasize that and promote that idea so that people continue to try and engage in that way. Because if I just go doomer and be like, "Yep,
Yeah.
well, great story, Zakariya, but times have changed and it's tougher and it's those are the old days." Nah, if I do that, like then
Yeah.
it truly does become permanent the way it is now, which is highest bidder, and
Yeah.
monopolization.
Yeah.
It's just because you can still do it, like and like don't be afraid to like engage with people like us,
Mhm.
and I don't want to put I don't want forgive me if I'm overstepping the mark there and putting you involved in this and you don't want to be. But like don't be afraid to like message people like us. If you come with the right intentions, and I feel
Yeah.
like you and I are good reads of that as well,
Yeah.
like you will get help. Zachariah has the PokeGuardian website. He's got his Patreon. He's got the comment section at PokeGuardian as well. You can tweet him. You can DM him at LunaLugia or the PokeGuardian official account, you know? And we can help you if you're new and you're genuinely trying to understand and navigate the space. You can message me, Twitter DMs, Instagram. You can join my Discord.gg/okJLUV. Like, I don't want to turn this into an ad, but what I'm saying is like, because
Mm,
I noticed this yesterday when I was messaging someone who just like, you know, they just DM'd me on Instagram, and I sometimes check my requests.
mm,
And he had a question a few weeks ago, and he was like, "I'm going to Japan soon, and I don't know what to collect. I'm gonna go to Japan. I've watched
mm,
your videos in the card stores, but I don't know what to
mm.
buy." And I was like, "Well, you know, you buy what you want." And he's like,
Yeah,
but I don't know what I want." And I was like, "Think about it. Think about like what brought you into Pokemon.
yeah,
What's your earliest memory of Pokemon?
yeah.
Which gen entertained you the most?" And he said Gen 3. And I
Huh,
was like, well, there you go. Try
yeah,
and get every Gen 3 Pokemon card, from any era of Pokemon cards. It can be
yeah,
vintage or it can be modern. And he was like, oh,
yeah.
that's a great idea. And now he's got this passion. And I actually talk to this guy, every other day. And he asked me questions. And he's just genuinely a new person that didn't really know where to start trying to
Mm,
navigate it. And like, more than happy. I don't want it to sound like gratuitous and be like, we'll help. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just important that those connections are like maintained and that like
yeah,
energy is maintained, because otherwise, like, let's be serious, the space is kind of miserable at the moment
yeah.
with flippers, with scalpers, with all the crazy stuff happening over in the States in the stores. So like, the only way to offset it rather than to denounce that kind of behavior and energy is to offset it with
Mm.
what practicing what we preach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally get you, and I think I can't guarantee that I will reply to every DM. Sorry
Of
to say this,
course. Yeah,
no,
of
but I
course, of
think
course.
a great way is, if online is a little bit overwhelming, go to your local Pokemon League. And it sounds again weird, but no, go to your local Pokemon store. If you get anxiety, go past that. Please push
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
And I can understand it can be overwhelming, but go there. Even if you're a newcomer, or you have like, hey, the thing is, go there, just watch them, and maybe take your binder with you, or say, hey, I am new, and I like these Pokemon, and just be there, not ask the most awkward questions. You can do it, but don't expect everyone to be as kind, right? But just sit there, breathe in the atmosphere, and I
yeah,
think you'll go there and go back. Hey, is this what I want to do? Yes or no? If you want to do that, I've seen many people. It, you know, this is I've not seen many people at my Pokemon League at least. So hey, go away. No,
yeah. That's right.
everyone
Exactly.
is there for a nice time during the
Yeah,
weekends
yeah,
off, and they just want to share your hobby. And of course, right, they would rather want to talk with their familiar, people that they are familiar with. I get
yeah.
it, but
Mm.
hey, they just know as well. They were new ones as well many years ago, so they just have to need. Hey, this is a newcomer. Okay, how do I approach this? So give
Yeah,
them a slack, but give them slack as well. I think
yeah,
that's like a social norm, right? Give yourself space. But if you are new into this hobby, go to your Pokemon League, and I think you will get a nice, warm welcome. Most
yeah,
Pokemon League will do that. If it's toxic, go away. But
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You're considerably more likely to find a positive welcoming space than you are a negative
yeah,
unwelcoming space. So
absolutely.
give it a go for sure, dude. Fully
Yeah,
agree. We I feel like we kind of got a bit sidetracked there,
I know that.
and
I
I did.
think these life lessons are, I think, almost a necessity.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Yeah,
and and you said self, why do you collect, right? Do you collect because others don't have cars that you don't need, right? I collect because I personally love some of these Pokemon, or artists, right? But if you are just collecting because of the monetary aspect, that's also a thing. But if you go there with solely monetary reasons in mind, uh, yeah, don't be, don't be surprised if people will look, you know, will look, in the other way, right? At Pokemon
Yeah,
leaks,
yeah,
or even
yeah,
online as well. If I've had people like say, "Hey, I have this some of these, I won't name names, but I have this Latias and Latios EX cards from Japan, and okay, yeah, sure, cool. And how can I sell it? And where can I sell it? And
yeah.
please, just if you cannot part ways with a card, don't part ways. But I can't predict how card will sell, or tell you how to sell a card.
Yeah,
That's purely your own experience. And
yeah,
if I knew how to sell a card, yeah, maybe your way is not my way, or the same, or the same way. Maybe it's never right. It's never good. But,
yeah.
yeah. Other than
We
that,
we
yeah,
well, yeah. Before we got sidetracked,
yeah,
and like I said, like we,
yeah,
like we said, it is an important conversation. We
yeah,
were talking a little bit about some of those new cards that got revealed in Battle Partners and that are coming and
yeah.
chained together. One in particular that I really wanted to talk about. Okay, there's a few here. I mean, like, if you are following PokeGuardian at Twitter, you will be able to go and view all of these. I will let you go and view them yourself. Of particular interest to me, I really like the Whale Lord. This
Mm.
one's by Katsunori Sato. It's a really nice card. A very nice Whale Lord. Sorry, Katsunori Sato. I had it too small on my screen. I love this card. I think this is fantastic. It's not a trainer's card. It's not a trainer's Pokemon. I just love the
Archer.
coral in the background. Yeah, it's an art
Yeah.
rare. I love the coral in the background. So beautiful. Very good card.
Yeah, I saw a comment on the Twitter post for Guardian on this Archer reveal, and they say, "Sir, you can't park there." I
He's
genuinely,
taking up a lot of space.
yeah, I think it's a fun card, and yeah, a beautiful card as well. Yeah, very colorful. But yeah, I had a great laugh when I read that comment.
That's good. The other card, this one got revealed a couple of days ago, or yesterday, rather,
Yeah.
depending on when you listen to the podcast. Kuroi Mori with the Articuno. Have
Hmm.
you seen this one, Zakariya?
I saw
I know
this
you
one,
have.
and
Yeah.
this one is fantastic. And if you don't know, I'll give you some background information. Kuroi Mori stands for Black Forest. So,
That's
in
true.
the first card that Kuroi Mori debuted with was the Gardevoir EX from Shiny Treasure EX, special art
Mm-hmm.
one. It's just in a Black Forest. So that is fantastic. Really was yeah, fun to see that. And ever since that, that card, it's been hit after hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Great new
really
artist.
really a nice artist to stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this set will be good. Like a lot of Japanese collectors have drawn the parallel of Battle Partners to Dream League 2019 booster box, Sun and Moon era,
Mm.
which is one of the best Japanese booster boxes of all time. I wouldn't go that far. I would say it's close. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
Just because the trainers in Dream League were like,
It
it
it,
was the
it
diversity,
yeah, it is fragments of Dream League.
There's, yeah,
Yeah.
there's glimpses, yeah.
Yeah. This would be like VMAX Climax would be closer to a
A
Dream
Dream
League.
League,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the English set Journey Together, it's gonna be, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be a pretty awkward set. It's not gonna be like Cosmic Eclipse was, because that was composed of 3 like incredible sets. Remix Bout, Alter
Mm.
Genesis, Partial Dream League. Like
Yeah.
that was incredible. The Journey Together we know is only gonna have,
Just
well,
this.
even though Hot Air Arena comes out
Yeah.
2 weeks before Journey Together does. That's the next Japanese expansion. And that's going to introduce Cynthia and who else is trainer Pokemon? We don't know yet.
From what is rumored, is that people saw the pack art included Cynthia and Garchomp, but we don't know anything
But that's
else.
it so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it if Journey Together included those cards too, it would be a much better set.
Yeah.
Standalone. Much better set. But because it doesn't and it's only going to have hops, ends, uh
Mm.
Lily, and Iono, and then all these like generation starter deck cards. It's going to be another awkward one in English, and because it's got those generation starter deck cards in it too, it means there's going to be a
Yeah.
lot of hits that are just like kind of duds. So
Yeah. But, hopefully, we can judge more when the full set list is revealing. I'm gonna host the pre-release, so hopefully I can get publish the set list very quickly with
yeah,
the booster, the build and battle box that includes the set list, or at least the main set list. But yeah, I get what you mean. Hopefully the set won't be too bloated with vanilla cards. If you don't know what vanilla cards that are, again, cards that don't have any effects, just bland cards in
yeah,
terms of
no
playability.
abilities, no great
Yeah,
attacks.
yeah. But
The more I think about it is that the more I think about it, the less exciting Journey Together is getting for me. Battle Partners, I'm like moderately excited for. I think it's going to be fun to
yeah,
open,
yeah,
because it feels like because it feels whole. It doesn't feel like it's got its identity and it
yeah.
knows what it's going to be, and that's it. But Journey
Yes.
Together with the Battle Partners cards plus this other stuff, I'm gonna go out
Hmm.
and say, like, I'll get a few packs, I'll open them up. I mean, I play actively, so I always like
Yeah.
to open up packs, try and get rares and get commons and whatever as much as I can. But I'm not gonna like. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed. This, especially if
Hmm.
you're a new collector that's coming with Prismatic or Surging Sparks. I think this is going to be the first time you see a set where you're like, oh, is that it? You know, because
Hmm.
Surging Sparks, even going back last year, like Twilight Masquerade, Stellar Crown, Surging Sparks, those three sets were like pretty solid.
In terms of identity, yeah.
Yeah, like they were pretty solid. Surging
Mm.
Sparks was great, especially with the variety of special illustrator rares. You had the Pikachu, you had the Latias, you had
Yes.
Milotic, you had a little Executor. Like there were really good consistent hits. Journey Together is gonna be the first one where you open it up and you go, oh, why did I get a Salamence EX? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that all I
Yeah.
got? A Salamence EX secret rare? Mm.
Hmm.
You'll be in for a rude awakening. And then I feel like we might be in like the next one after no. Okay. So Journey Together is going to be I think kind of like a little bit of a whiff, but it's going to be followed up by Glory of Team Rocket, which is like should be a home run. Let's be serious. So
We will see.
we'll see.
They would really mess it up. Um, you
They
can't
could.
you can't mess it up. But the thing is,
Hit rates?
yes, yeah, yeah. Again, external factors. The theme is
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Indeed, how they will handle the set is the second one. But another question, right? You have said that hey, the set will be bloated with Star Deck Generations cards. Um, should TPCi why does do they do should they release Star Deck Generations as a product here? Because I think
Yes, they should split it 100%. If they
yeah.
like serious about if they, I mean, oh dude, I just core memory unlocked. I feel like we definitely did a podcast when we spoke about Start Deck 100 and we had this conversation about how
Yes. Yeah.
Start Deck 100 was such a great product because it just makes Pokemon so pick up and play if marketed and sold on the shelves at the right price. This is literally that conversation again.
Hmm.
And I think if you're going to bring those cards over here and you want to put them in the card pool, be for real about it. Like be serious about it. Don't tack it on the Journey Together and like
Yeah.
have it be lost in there. Put it on the shelf.
Even
If you
better,
yeah, go. Shoot.
I
Hit
remembered
me.
the Pokemon leaks last year. Got
Yeah.
those no, 1 or 2 years ago. Those the Play Lab tags, which included like the non-foil Umbreon V, Greninja V, and Lucario V.
Yeah.
Those were distributed to Pokemon leaks. Again, 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Why not make these starting generations available at Pokemon leaks so you can introduce players for $10, $5 into the Pokemon League? No, sorry, the
Either
Pokemon. Yeah.
that or have it be an on the shelf item that is $10 and it's
Yes.
like cuz let's be serious. No one cares about those cards. Like
Yeah.
as a collector. If you're like a if you're really like
Mm-hmm.
obsessive and you want to have like every EX whatever, then yeah, you do. But like nobody is like those cards are essentially worthless. Like they have little
Yeah,
worth to
yeah,
collectors. So, just sell them at that reduced price. Let them serve their purpose.
yeah.
If you're gonna
They are
yeah.
meant to be introduced to in Japan. These are meant to be introduced players and collectors.
Sorry, we should provide context. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Start Deck 100 was a product in Japan. There was 100 different types of decks. They were all pre-built decks. It was a very cheap product. I think, it was definitely underneath 1,000 yen, I feel, right? It was a very,
Even
very cheap
even
product,
less, like
right?
500 ish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like basically like buying a couple of packs, but you got a complete deck,
yeah.
right? That you could start playing the game with. Was it a meta competitive deck? Was it, could you take it to a regional? Probably not, but you could play the game, and it was created to bring players into the space, into the game, and make it extremely accessible, like borderline free, right? Generations, same kind of theme, not as many different decks, but they kind of like each deck tackles a different generation of Pokemon, Gen 1 through to, what are we up to? 9 or 10?
Nine, I believe.
Yeah, right? We're coming up to 10. Sorry. So you've got all the different generations represented there. And is it as good as Star Trek 100? Well, probably not. Star Trek 100 was like pretty good. It also had like an element of chase cards in it too, with certain decks. But the idea was, and the idea is to make the game accessible, really easy to like pick up and play. Those cards then have to come into the English card pool at some point, and TPCi has chosen to put them into Journey together. But like we're saying, these cards are relative, like they're not really meta competitive cards. Like they're not that fantastic.
Yeah,
And so if you pull them as a player in Journey Together, you're like, I don't really care. And as a collector,
yeah,
they don't really like push the needle. They're just like extra cards. So they're kind of like bloat. So basically what we're saying is if TPCi is serious about like if you're gonna bring those cards over, believe in the reason why they were created
yeah,
and
yeah.
bring them over in the same way.
I agree. And they will easily fit in the case. Just like
Yeah.
the World Championships decks, the V battle decks, they will easily fit into a case. I think it's on 9 generations. Do one extra of Gen 1, and you have a nice case.
Yeah.
And he said it like, hey, the My First Battle is like the same concept product. Why
And
why
just test it.
yeah, why make why make such an exclusive product and like a totally new product?
Yeah.
Again, to be fair, My First Battle is really, really like
It's
introduction.
too basic.
It's too
It's for
basic.
children.
It's for
Yeah.
children, but this would be a nice step of introducing people. Again, it would clash with their team decks, the V battle decks. No, sorry, EX battle deck, or what's it called again today? But that, to be fair, that would clash with that. But next generation, do
Here's
that,
a
please.
here's a
Yeah,
$1 million idea. Just test the idea. Just
yeah.
test it,
Bring
right?
it to Pokemon
They don't have
Leagues.
to you don't have to print a bucket load of them and then have them sit on the shelf.
Yeah.
But you know what you do? Put a QR code in it, exclusive to the pack, and it unlocks a promo card in TCG Pocket.
Hmm.
Those would fly. They would fly off the shelves, If
Yeah.
if there was somehow a link between Pocket and a card that you could only get by buying this physical product,
Hmm.
that would fly off the shelf. And then the product would be in people's hands and you would introduce the idea to
Yeah.
them of playing the IRL card game.
It's
It's just
funny.
a free as a home run, man.
It's funny because the battle partners got a QR code for Pokemon Masters EX
Yes.
because of the units, the trainer and the Pokemon
Yeah.
that is in Masters, the tie-in. Um, but yeah. Let's continue. But yeah, there's a lot of potential out there. I think at least offer it to Pokemon Leagues. Like close space. Hey,
Mm.
you can get this for introductory price to players to test out the waters. But yeah, moving forward,
Beyond Journey Together, yeah. What we had a couple of new trademarks, didn't we?
yes, we got Mega Symphony and Mega Brave. And the funny thing is, we don't know anything about it. However, Mega Pokemon would be back in Legends ZA. And this could be a dual set. And it's interesting because how far into the future are we looking? Maybe December, maybe January. I think it's like usually at this time, I think, for example, this is really early. We are just in January, mind you, but just in January, usually end of the year sets would be like March or April. Demon's Climax was trademarked very early, but that name was super obvious, But this is interesting. It sparked a lot of discussion. Hey, will we get more video game news? Because of these trademarks soon. And Pokemon Day is next month, so I think we get some news very soon about this.
Yeah.
But for now, we don't know anything. But my speculation,
And
this
these
is
are
a dual
Japanese
set.
trademarks as well, just for context. These are
Yes,
Japanese trademarks, so
correct.
Yep.
I think this is a dual set of a Japanese set upcoming. Not much else to discuss. I think the
Yep.
other previous trademarks are a little bit more interesting, like again Glow of Team Rocket, and which is again Glow of Team Rocket is an 100% set coming.
Yeah, we
Just
know that for sure.
yeah, we know it for sure. Yeah, not much else to discuss.
Yeah, Zakariya, I reckon that's it. I feel like we covered a lot today.
Yeah, I forgot
and
my card pickups. You've seen
Oh,
no, no, you've seen
you
this
showed
flash.
it plenty. You showed it enough.
I showed off.
We've been loving the feedback though. There's been a lot of positive feedback on these
Yeah.
last couple of episodes. So,
Mhm.
as always, we always want to hear what you all want to hear from us, like what topics you want us to discuss.
Yeah.
Maybe new segments, anything, any ideas you've got, feedback, just keep it coming. But pretty solid episode. I want to move on from the card pickups because one, I have none. Two, I could show you what I pulled from Prismatic, and yeah, no, I don't
Yeah.
want to. So I want to like.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, just a quick one there. This is the Espion Best Buy store promo from Obsidian Flames.
Nice.
I ordered this I think 2 years ago on eBay, but a friend never shipped it to me. But no problem. I got it here for relatively cheap in my own country, and yeah, this was missing from my collection, and now I'm happy.
Nice.
Another card ticked off. And
Bang.
yeah, I think that's it again. Julian, it was a pleasure again having you on the show. And yeah, hopefully and the listener or the viewer, hopefully have picked up on some valuable information or advice. And yeah, let's see what the future brings. And hopefully we are laughing more when Better Part is released. And hopefully by then have opened the set. And we are a little bit more happy of the next episode.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next episode because Battle Partners should have released, and yeah, some kind of semblance of normal will be restored. Because we need it, dude. We need it, man. Like, yeah. If there's one thing Prismatic taught me, it's that I should just stick to Japanese. Terrestrial Festival is a great set.
Yeah.
We already knew that anyway. It's just a matter of waiting for that set to get heavily supplied in Japan, which it will, if Shiny Treasure EX is anything to go by. Those boxes sat on shelves for a whole year, and you can still pick them up here and there.
I think just why I want to stay to Japanese is they give a certain guarantee that TPCi will likely never offer, and there's the issue with me and many others as well. And yeah, there's many other opinions. The card is better in quality, this and that, but you get some guarantee, and that really, the big G of guarantee is really a factor of me, right? I at least go home with something instead of nothing, and that really is important. Yeah. Yes.
Other than that, man, that's it for us.
Have a nice day, everyone, and to the next episode. Goodbye.
Thanks again. Take care of yourselves, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.